All right, welcome. Today, we are diving into a world just bursting with color, sounds, and smells. But this isn't just any old market we're visiting. It's a world brought to life through the incredible power of poetry. So let's get started on our guided tour of In the Bazaars of Hyderabad. But before we jump into the words, just take a second. You can even close your eyes for this. I want you to imagine a traditional, bustling market. Think about the bright colors of silks and spices, the constant hum of people talking and bargaining, the amazing smell of saffron and jasmine in the air. You got it? It's a total sensory symphony, and we're about to walk right into it. So our guide on this journey is this absolutely beautiful poem that uses a busy Indian market as its setting. But believe me, this is so much more than a shopping list. It's this rich, vibrant picture that really captures the threads of an entire culture. Now, of course, every masterpiece has a creator. And to really understand this poem, you have to meet the incredible woman who wrote it. So let's get to know our guide. This is Sarojini Naidu, and she had the perfect nickname, the Nightingale of India. I mean, she was a true force of nature, an amazing poet whose words could just capture your heart, but also a passionate freedom fighter who was central to India's independence. And this poem is actually a perfect mix of those two things. You see, she wrote it during the Swadeshi movement, which was all about encouraging Indians to buy and use goods made in their own country. So the poem isn't just beautiful, it's a powerful celebration of local Indian craftsmanship. Okay, so now that we know what our guide's mission was, it's time to actually start our walk. Let's head over to the first stalls and see what's on offer. And just like that, we're in the middle of everything. The poem kicks off with this direct question, and it feels like we're the ones walking up to the merchants. This isn't a poem you just read from a distance. It's a conversation you get to join. And wow, what an answer we get. This is a treasure chest for the eyes. We're not just seeing clothes, we're seeing turbans of crimson and silver. We're not just seeing daggers, they have handles of jade. The words themselves feel as rich and luxurious as the items they describe. Let's keep moving through the market. The questions keep coming, and they guide our attention from all that luxurious stuff to the things that are a little more essential. We're shifting from the fancy to the everyday. Okay, now take a deep breath. Can you almost smell it? That earthy scent of saffron and lentils, the sweet perfume of sandalwood and spice. This market is about more than just survival. It's about life. And that includes the fun stuff too, right? Like chessmen and ivory dice for a good game. Our next stop is fascinating because we're moving from the storefront to the workshop. The question subtly changes from what do you sell to what do you make? See the difference? We're not just shoppers anymore. We're now watching the act of creation. And just look at the incredible range of their work. They're making everything from delicate little anklets to, get this, tiny bells for the feet of blue pigeons, all the way up to golden scabbards fit for a king. In this one stall, we see the whole spectrum of society, from an everyday person to royalty. So we've seen all the amazing material goods, but now the poem asks us to look a little deeper, beyond the things you can touch. We're about to find out that this market sells something much more profound than just spices and jewelry. Our whole journey through this bazaar leads us here to the flower girl's stall. Flowers can often be a symbol of beauty that doesn't last, but here, they carry the weight of life's biggest moments. And the question asked to these women is what unlocks the entire heart of the poem. And here it is, we see the two opposite poles of being human, sitting right next to each other. The flower girls are weaving crowns for a happy bridegroom, and with those exact same hands, they're preparing flowers to comfort those who are grieving. In this one simple contrast, we find the poem's most powerful message. The bazaar isn't just a place to buy and sell things. It's a mirror. It reflects the entire human experience, from the joy of a wedding to the sorrow of a funeral. It's basically a little miniature version of life itself. Okay, so we've figured out the soul of the poem. Now let's look at how it's built. How does Sarojini Naidu use language to create something so powerful? Well, welcome to the Poet's Masterclass. So, did you notice the rhythm of the poem? That sort of back and forth question and answer flow? Well, that's a specific literary technique, and it's a huge part of what makes this poem so special. It's called call and response. By setting the poem up as a dialogue, Naidu makes us active participants. We're not just reading about the bazaar from a distance. We feel like we're right there, part of the lively conversation. Now let's get a little more technical. Take a look at the poem's structure. Each section, or stanza, is built with exactly 6 lines. And that's no accident. It's a deliberate choice with a really cool effect. That 6-line stanza is called a sestet. And using it over and over again gives the poem this really lyrical, almost song-like quality. It's no wonder they called her the Nightingale of India, right? Her poems don't just speak, they literally sing. All right, one final technique. Let's look at one of the most beautiful images in the whole poem. It's used to describe those tiny little bells for the pigeons that the goldsmiths were making. This is the power of a simile, making a comparison using like or as, and it's just breathtaking here. By comparing the bells to a dragonfly's wing, she gives us this immediate picture of how incredibly delicate and intricate they are. We don't just know they're fragile, we can almost feel their weightlessness. It's an image that just sticks with you. So, we've walked through the bustling lanes of the bazaar, we've peeked behind the curtain at the poet's techniques. So what's the big idea? What's the one thing we should take with us from this journey? This is the final, beautiful takeaway. Sarojini Naidu shows us that even the most ordinary places can hold the most extraordinary stories. A market is never just about buying and selling. If you really pay attention, you can hear the heartbeat of an entire culture, its traditions, its art, its joys, and its sorrows, all humming together in the vibrant chaos of the bazaar.